Okay, we're playing with screws now. Somebody does not like chrome. A quarter inch longer. Especially an eighth inch longer. You have an eighth inch longer?
No.
That one's a lot longer. See, that one's pretty long.
Yeah, that's pretty damn long.
All of these are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a little bit on the long. So an eighth inch less than this one. And we have a quarter inch less than that one. So we need one in between. Like that one. Quarter inch. Nothing else in that junk pile?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we're going to have to find out if this will go all the way down and get tight or not. We have no gasket. Loose. What are you looking at over there? Nobody's watching what I'm doing. Okay, that's loose. And see, I got tight. It's tight in the hole too, but it got tight. So it sucked it all the way up, see?
Sweet.
But it definitely went down a lot deeper than it was before. All these other ones should go down no problem. That one's good. Cover doesn't move. See, it moves until you go down. We have no gasket right now, so that means when you put the gasket in there, it'll be tauter. So whenever you put longer screws than normal in there, or if you're not sure if they'll work or not, you just run them in. See, everything's loose, tight. Okay, this is definitely 1/8 inch too long. It's definitely a quarter inch longer than it was in there before. But now it's in there, it does go in all the way. These all appear to be working. All of the Allens are clean. So these will work. See how that one's not loosened up now because I ran it all the way down enough. See now it goes all the way down nice and freely. The last 1/8 inch or 1/16 is tight. The last turn and a half, it gets tight down there. But you can see how much deeper it is going in. So you got good holding power. That's a plus. Okay, so what are we going to do about these screws? Did you find a set of those that look nasty yet?
You got nasty ones? I don't have them.
I might have some. I'll have to look.
Where will we hunt for those?
My junk box. We're not that deep into that yet, so we'll get back to it. We need to get some damn work done. Get squinting around everything that doesn't matter around here.
All right.
Like carburetors and intake manifolds and what else have we been doing? A clearance and crankshaft are made wrong. Looking for junk used screws. All that stuff that doesn't matter.
Let's get to what matters.
Okay, we know these bushings suck, right? So we need to make this work. Don't lose that washer. Problem is right now is we do not have the cam we're going to use right now because we just ordered it this afternoon. So where's that new cam you got?
My
does this bush look like it's brand new? Was it just put in?
Because you put it in.
So it's already fitted? So why was it fitted to a shaft that was loose? And this one wasn't loose. I thought we just checked when it was loose. Oh, that was the other motor. Okay. Good thing I didn't just yank that out. See, when you do a different motor every day, you get confused. Did I fit this one yet?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm just getting ready to do this job.
Yep.
Okay. I don't have to do it now?
That would be correct, sir.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm good with that. What's the problem we had? Oh, we had a problem with putting the thing together. We didn't have the bearings in it. Okay. Good deal. Keep these out. We're going to use them. Leave those in there. We're going to need them. Okay, so I don't have to do that. We just jumped ahead like by an hour.
Yep.
We're making time up now. Okay, now we got to waste some more time. We got to do some goop installation. You ever heard of that guy?
Yes.
I need all the case bolts out and nuts. New ones first, used ones second.
New ones are ready to go.
I don't like this. I don't like this black junk right here. Got a crappy sealer or something you put on there. So we have to get that off with a heavy duty scraper. Oh, we got interruptions already. Give me the phone. Okay, make sure all of these things are off. It didn't work. Hello? That didn't work either. Hello? Hello? Yes? Something's way out of whack. Fuel and air. And timing can do it too. So what do you got? Any and all the above. You got way too much fuel in it, unburnt fuel in the exhaust system, or you got retarded ignition timing. Those will all call it to make your pipes glow red hot. Yeah, that's pretty close to red. It's way hotter than it should be, let's put it that way. Yes. Yes, you got a lot of unburnt fuel in the exhaust system. It'll run, it'll burn an exhaust, and if the timing's retarded, it'll fire real late, and you have raw fuel in the pipe and light it off. So, what's the ignition timing at? How'd you set it? You know, check that first, obviously, and then see what jetting you got. I think it's too much. What do you got? I'm assuming we're talking about low speed driving, so you're on the low speed circuit? Okay, well, what jet is in there? What jet is in there? What carburetor's on it? Okay. How big of a jet's in it? That's a main jet, not a low speed. Well, the low speed's what you're driving on when you're cruising around, not the main jet. So take the low speed jet, whatever it is, and go up or down two sizes, which either or. Make a change, try it again. Don't drive it hard, you burn the motor up. You'll see which way it goes, to see if it gets better or worse. Yes, the low speed jet, go up or down two sizes. The tall skinny one inside the float bowl, you gotta drop the whole float bowl to get to it. Yeah, it'll burn the piss out of you. Orange is, that's 600 degrees, so it's pretty hot. Well, something is wrong. I don't know if it's jetting or timing or what. It's just something is off. So if it runs like if it feels like it's running good, take some jet out of it. It's probably rich. But making the main jet bigger is not doing a damn thing to you. So that'd be the auto mixer screw. Everything affects everything. Yes. No. 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 It floats inside the emulsion tube. Correct. Well, no. 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 Take that back. No. Separate circuit. Low speed, intermediate. That's all. It all overlaps, but it's all slightly separate. It's just not adjustable. I mean, McCuney doesn't have an adjustment for that. That's all. Anyway, take a couple sides out of the low speeds jet. I'd lean it out. See how it runs? See if the pipe color drops. If it gets worse, then go the other direction. You should know pretty quickly what it's going to do. Yep, you're going by feel. If you take out 2 jets and it still runs good, you're way fat. Take out more. You know, it's pretty obvious. If it's not happy, it's going to start banging out the carburetor if it's too lean. The needle height is going to dictate your intermediate circuit once you get above the jet. So if you lean out the circuit, if you lean out the needle by going to a different needle or lowering the needle, then that will lean out that intermediate. The clip's up 1 notch or the needle's up 1 notch? Okay, you got a double increase in fuel. The needle's thinner, you got more fuel, and if you raise it up out of the hole, you got more fuel. It's a double enrichment. So those I would put back, drop it back to a standard on the clip location and see if that makes a difference. You're going to have to start changing something until you get something to change. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you got a big, large diameter exhaust pipe on there now. Things change. That changes it changes everything when you do exhaust system changes. So obviously the tuning is way out of whack. That's why you're having a problem. So you're going to have to make a change in the tuning until the problem goes away. You know, the only way you can tell if it's rich or lean is the safe way is to lean the damn thing out. If you're way too rich, because if it gets too lean, it's going to start banging out the carburetor. It's pretty obvious. It'll start banging. It's coughing. You didn't say it was doing any of that. That said it was running good. Now you say it was coughing. That's exhaust leaks. That's easy exhaust leaks, so you're putting more fuel in the exhaust system again. When air hits the fuel, when air hits the fuel, either it's sucking up the back of the pipe. On a big pipe, it can do that. It'll start banging. You know, that's when it lights off the unburnt fuel in the exhaust system. So either it's too rich or it's letting air in there, one or the other, or both. So I would start by leaning out the system. I don't know what RPM you're driving at, what throttle position you're driving at. What's the carburetor throttle position you're driving at? Quarter throttle or less, you're pretty much on the low. You're barely on the low speed circuit on the needle. You know, intermediate circuit, you're barely hitting that. You're pretty much all on the low speed jet. I would go leaner instead of richer. You'll find out real quick if it starts making a difference. So just don't put it under a load or you'll burn it up. That's all. Just ride the bike normal. Right now your pipe's getting fatter and your pipe's getting red hot almost. So just go out and ride it normal. If it starts banging out the carburetor, it's way too lean. If it's banging out the exhaust and the carburetor together, it's misfire and it's probably too rich. It's fouling the plug out. If it's banging out the exhaust and the carburetor both, it's probably too rich. It's misfiring. If it's banging out the carburetor only, it's probably too lean. That's usually how it works. Not always, but that's a good reference point. Yeah, well, like I said, I would lean it out a little bit and then see what happens. Well, it's cold at night. Give it 5 minutes. It'll cool off. I know, but anyway, you gotta work on it. So whatever it takes, but don't keep riding the way it is. You burn up. You know, the motor's gonna burn up. Don't do it. Well, let it cool off before you drive it home. Then just give it 10 minutes to cool off. Let the motor cool off. Yeah, well, it's like I said, take it easy. Don't drive it hard because it'll burn it up. It's in an area tune. It's in a tuning condition it does not like right now, so don't keep driving it there. All right. All right. Bye. What? You're not on the main at quarter throttle. Fuel flow in the main jet. If you're wide open, either one. If it's not happy, it ain't happy. Yep. If it's too rich, it'll go unburnt. It leans out. If it's too lean, it won't light and it'll raw fuel good on exhaust, so it makes it rich too. If the motor's dying from lack of fuel, you're not getting enough fuel flow into the carburetor probably. That'd be my guess, but that's over a distance. It's not going to do it right off the bat. It's going to take it at least. You probably are running out of gas. That's called fuel flow issue. What I would do when it starts to do that, I would shut the petcock off at that point and shut the motor off, coast down, pop the drain plug and see how much fuel comes out of the damn thing. If it has almost nothing coming out, there's no fuel in it. If it comes a lot of fuel coming out, it ain't a fuel flow problem. Got it? Right, shut that off and then shut the motor off and coast down. Stop, then check, see how much fuel comes out of the carburetor. Carry a little container with you and just drain into it. Yes, it's best to do stuff like that during the day. That's definitely a fact. Yep, that would be a good plan. Where's the bolts? Okay, bye. That's called Carburetor Adjustment 101. If it ain't happy, don't drive it there. It will burn up your motor really quickly, and you can do it under light load or heavy load, doesn't matter. So why do we got double doweled? We only got one of these. Yeah, but we should have 2 dowels, but these are dowels. So how many dowels do you got? What kind of a motor is this? You should have 2 of these.
I think it's one in the top.
Where's your comic book?
In the truck.
Truck! It was on the counter. What happened? Ah, jeez. Alright. They do weird stuff. Harley does weird stuff in later years, so I'm not sure exactly what bolts are which. I know I got to have some threads over here because we got oil lines to go over here to the filter, so that I know for a fact. Okay, right now I want to wait until the sealer is totally dry, so I'm going to get some bolts in here right now. At least put a little load on this. We got bolts where this is all bolts. We should have more bolts. Got some more bolts?
Yeah. Right here.
Should be a short one. You got a short one for here?
Yep.
Where's that got a through hole? Nope, that's a bolt. That's not short. Does that go in there that deep? No, it does. Okay. Surprised me. They must have cut that thing way down to here. Okay, just figure out where the double in instead. Where's it go? Top center?
Top center.
And you got a bolt on the bottom, and the bolt goes in from the left, doesn't it? Correct. Okay. Got it. New hardware. This is new hardware here. Where's the other hardware? Wait, pull it out. I don't know where it's at. You're pointing. I can't see. Okay, we got 3 nuts here. I only need 2. I assume we got a washer on each side of this. Okay, so I don't know why they got a double instead on the top up here. Over here is usually a cable bracket of some type. There is no carburetor bracket on the other side, so I don't know why you would have a nut on that side, but obviously they do. Washer and a nut. Okay, now these 2 bolts here. What do we got? 3 of these. I think we only need 2. Okay, we got to have the nut. This is on the other side of the motor, on the right side, because the oil lines come up with clamps coming off of one of these 2. I think the back one has a clamp on it. This one doesn't, but I don't remember. Either way, they go on the bottom. These are also real thick diameter, so these are doweling studs. See how tight they go in? They're straightening the case up so everything lines up. And that's all. Nope, there's one more here. So I guess they got one more dowel on the top here, I guess. This one. And I don't know which way this one. The book shows probably all the same direction, I'm assuming. That's not a dowel. Got a bigger one? You got another fat one? I don't know about that. It might go in. Nope, that's not a dowel. So that's just a bolt. Okay, I need we got some washers, some nuts. Those are nuts, about washers. What about all these washers? Okay. So I need one more washer. No more washers? Top secret? Nada?
Nada.
No washies? You sure? Cheap motor? Where's your extra washer department at? I found one. There's one right there. Got you covered. You're too slow. I had to get my own. You're fired.
Nice.
Remember, go to your techs, get used parts. They don't like them boxes, but I do. That's where all the good stuff comes from. They throw away more good stuff than they know what to do with. Okay, now we got to tighten this up, and it should self-center. Need something to tighten with. Let's see, tools. hole. Leave it in there? Maybe. And those things just never quit turning. I guess Harley doesn't have good hardware like they used to. I think that's a grade 3 nut. And I'm putting grade 5 torque on it. It keeps turning on that, do that. Not good. So now I got to put a torque wrench on it. You know where my torque wrench is? Hold on to the motor. Yeah, it's tight. That's better. All right. That's adequate. That's good. Did that one already. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Yeah, those little thin ass nuts are just junk for torquing. Yeah, it's hidden under there. So these little flange nuts are definitely not grade 8 material. They are grade butter. So and the more you torque on them, they just keep spinning. Either that or this hardware is not very good. The old stuff would torque down and quit moving, but this stuff here, a little soft. Alright, we're good to go on that. Alright. Now you want me to leave this on the block here and you just clean up later?
What's easiest?
Let us get it harder a little bit. It doesn't make such a big mess when you wipe it off.
Okay, let's do that.
But I don't know about your powder coat, if brake clean is going to affect your powder coat. If it affects your powder coat, you better do it now before it gets hard. Or don't use brake clean.
Now would be a good idea.
See how it comes off in little spring things?
Mm-hmm.
3 bone. Okay, we get the important parts right now for sure. The rest of it I don't care about. The other area that matters is your motor mount. You have your motor mount clean. You're here. That is very important. There we go. So you got all your gasket surfaces, cylinder bores, and motor mount. Everything else, cosmetic. We don't care about cosmetic around here. Only the owner cares about cosmetic.
Yeah, I kind of care.
So this stuff does not want to come off your cosmetically challenged motor. See how it makes a mess in the black? You just keep rubbing on it, see what happens. See how it cleans it up. This over here is kind of dry. See, when it gets one more dry, it doesn't want to come off.
Mm-hmm.
But first, it makes a big mess. See how it makes a mess? Bigger mess?
Yeah.
Keep making a mess. Yeah, then the mess gets lower. And a little up in the middle, that's the part that's harder to get out. Now brake clean should not affect powder coat, but sometimes it does. Depends on the powder coat. That's why I like the 3 bond. See it, you can get it off without making a big mess on everything. Yeah, it seals good.
Let's take a quick break.
You don't want to keep doing this?